Hello and welcome to the Mohave Desert. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sean from Miles to Memories, and we have a great video for you today. We are going to Baker, California to check out an abandoned motel that's been sitting there for quite a while. Tons of history. If you like this video, if you like our channel, don't forget to subscribe, smash the thumbs up button, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. We're over here in Baker, California. The Tesla is getting charged here at the Shell. A terrible gas station, by the way, but nonetheless, next door is an abandoned Hawaiian-themed motel. We're gonna check out the rooms, the pool, everything's abandoned, right here in the middle of the Mohave Desert. A little taste of Hawaii. Let's go check it out. Baker, California is a main stop off between LA and Las Vegas. And the place is full of chained restaurants and gas stations. Once it used to be home to many motels that people would stop off on the way. Most of them are gone now, but some of them still remain here. This is the Royal Hawaiian. Baker, California is known as the gateway to Death Valley. It sits just off I-15 and has less than 1,000 people living in it. The Arnes Royal Hawaiian Motel opened in 1957 and survived all the way through 2009, finally becoming a victim to the global financial crisis. But it served guests here in the Mohave, at the gateway to Death Valley, for over 50 years. Pretty cool. Notice this roof, beautiful wood. Still in pretty good condition too. Unfortunately, the rest of the building isn't. I hope it really comes across how beautiful this roof is. The architecture of it's great. The wood is in surprisingly good condition. It's just beautiful among a wreckage, essentially. Wow. The reviews of this property, as you might expect, weren't great. There were a few reviews on TripAdvisor and Yelp from before it closed. One said, "I stayed here one night when I moved to Los Angeles in 2005. There were beetles of some kind in the bathroom, but thankfully none in the bed. The AC worked fine, but I got lucky here. I think it must have gotten one of the larger rooms for only $50. Before falling asleep to the news of Hurricane Katrina, I just stared at the inside of the door from under the covers, expecting it to crash open before some kind of Texas chainsaw type event ensued. Why did I stay here? Was it the only game in town? What was so bad about the back seat of my car?" That's a review of Royal Hawaiian. This chair looks a little Hawaiian-esque. This building looks like it has been abandoned a long time. Look at that cool architecture though in the check-in area. The property features that one-story motel building that we saw at the beginning, and then this two-story building which wraps around the pool area, which we'll see later. Unfortunately, most areas of the building are stripped down to the core or boarded off. And unfortunately, it looks like a fire has recently taken its toll on the Royal Hawaiian, meaning that this property will probably never come back. Although, given its condition, I didn't expect that it'd be coming back anytime soon. A few more years from now, this building probably won't be here. On this end of the two-story building, it looks like a fire did it in. Completely collapsed. No Hawaiian vibes today. This property once featured 43 rooms. Now part of it is in complete rubble. The stairs do seem fairly sturdy, but not meant to hold people. Anymore. You can imagine back in the day when people would stay here, Hawaiian music blasting, swimming in the pool area. Baker seems to be home to a lot of abandoned stuff out here in the middle of the desert. And in the distance, you can see that tall tower. That's the thermometer from Bun Boy, a very famous restaurant here. In the summer, it is not uncommon to see that well over 120 degrees. This is an unforgiving place. Very hot. Thousands of tourists drive by here each day, but this place just seems forgotten. In fact, it's just next to the gas station where all the Tesla superchargers are and many other gas stations and modern buildings. But then you have this just sitting here. Look at how deep this swimming pool is. It almost looks like you could just put some water in it and go for a swim in the middle of the desert here. Bun Boy, where the thermometer is, was a famous restaurant and hotel, even burned down at some point in the history of Baker. It closed too, and the Bun Boy Motel is abandoned and the restaurant is, but the thermometer still stands. So I'm assuming this spa area, maybe? It looks like it was some sort of a pool that was filled in. But of course the main pool is still there. Another review reads, "When we entered our room, it was smelling like mold. Then the heater was not working. Everything else looked pretty bad. We decided to change rooms and the second room wasn't as smelly. The TV was better and the heater was working pretty well. However, the lack of conservation of the room made me want to cry. Water leaking marks in the ceiling. The furniture was very old. The carpet was very dirty. The bathroom was a disaster." Out of an abundance of caution, I'm not going up the stairs, looking upstairs. The building does look in areas like it could be collapsing, and I don't want to end up falling on one of those. So we're not going to get upstairs, but those small windows are showers, bathrooms, and the rooms themselves are blocked off. I'm going to see if we can see one of the rooms in the small single-story tower. Let's go head over there and see. Just imagine it's 1960 and you're walking to your room. These rooms are small. The paint is a nice little touch. This green paint also carries through over here. And then you see the palm tree into the room. These days, Baker is most known for being a passing point on the way to Vegas, or if you want to head out to Death Valley off of I-15. It started in 1907 as part of the railroad. The Tonopah and Tidewater Railroad lasted through the 1940s when it was taken apart for materials for World War II, but it ran through this area. I love the wooden ceilings. These rooms were built solid. This looks like it could be a suite. This is the back of that room. So not a suite, but the office. File cabinets ransacked. Roof caving in. There are quite a few abandoned places to see in Baker. So many interesting things to see along the road from California or Los Angeles up to Las Vegas. I love stopping and looking. If you like this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Days gone by. Back to civilization we go, towards the Shell station, the Tesla superchargers. I have driven by that motel quite a few times and never thought to stop. I guess that's a benefit of charging the Tesla, but I hope you enjoyed this little visit into Hawaiian history in the middle of the Mohave Desert. I know I did. Throwback motel, great condition, that pool, the furniture, the palm trees on the walls. What was your favorite part? Let me know. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.